So in light of that, that's kind of where the whole idea came with doing our show this weekend, which brings me to the exciting but vague news that Dominic and I plan to do more shows with more people in more places than necessarily Los Angeles. So I'll just put that out in the universe. Um, and I'm also working on a project. Again, I'll also be vague about it, but many of you know the amazing AJ Raphael. He is a phenomenal musician and composer, and he's sung with many amazing artists, and he is an amazing artist completely on his own. And he has an album called Red Roses, which I hope you guys, if you ever want to look for some awesome independent self-produced music, check out AJ. Red Roses on iTunes. It's awesome. It's really beautiful music. Anyway, he and I are collaborating on a project together, which I will also be mysteriously vague about. Um, anyway, but I'm just sharing that with you because a lot of that was inspired by Project Create and by seeing how you guys were posting just every day so many poems and pictures and drawings, and seeing how I don't know, just having that community and having that page as a resource just was really just, it's like press the button inside of me to say, oh my gosh, you know what? Let's not wait on anybody to give us opportunity. Let's go and create it ourselves. We don't have to wait for someone to come knocking on our door. We can go knock on other doors, and we can go create our own, and we can make it excellent with what we're given. So that's the whole idea of Project Create, and I am so grateful that you guys have participated. It really blows my mind. It, again, started as my own sort of exercise that I wanted to share with people, and turned into something that has in turn blessed me so much, and I hope it has blessed you. So I would encourage you, keep posting on it, and go and look through some of the work out there. I mean, just go look at the photos and just go to the page and look at some of the poems and the writings and the drawings, and it's amazing. I mean, you guys are so talented. I mean, I can draw a stick figure. That's about all I can draw. And some of these pictures that I've seen, like drawings and paintings and covers that people have uploaded of them singing, and photography, and oh my gosh, it's just, there's so many talented people out there, and I hope you will never ever doubt the gifts that you have. I think that we have all, each and every one of us, has been given um, unique and specific abilities and gifts, and it's so cool when I see people sharing it. And I know, the whole show that Dom and I did this weekend was a really big risk for me, because I've always considered myself an actor who sort of sings second and dances third. And so to do a cabaret show where it was all singing um, was something that I was a little scared and nervous to do. But I said, you know what? I know that I can sing, and I love singing, and I have a passion for it. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do it because I can. And I'm not going to be afraid to share that with anybody. Um, so I was scared, I was nervous, but I'm so glad I did it. And I hope you guys will have that same courage. And I hope that Project Create, it's not just about me putting up a Facebook page. I hope that in your own life it will inspire you. Not even if it's not artistic, even if you're not, say, a painter or a singer or a drawer or an actor or whatever. Um, I just hope that it inspires you to never doubt yourself and to never doubt that you have incredible abilities. I mean, truly, this is not like just some sort of cliche thing to say, but you are incredibly and truly unique, and you see the world like no one else does, and you experience the world like no one else does, and sharing that with people in any capacity, it doesn't have to be, as an actor, a singer, a writer, or a painter. It's just in your day-to-day life, being unafraid and being bold to communicate your ideas. It's it's such a gift to share that with people, and I would hope that even if you've ever been told in the past to not share your ideas and not share your voice, I would hope that you would ignore the naysayers, ignore the people who want to suppress what you have to share, and I hope you will share anyways. I hope that you will be filled with the courage to go out and share, and to go out and to just to create and to do what you were meant to do. And I think we're always discovering. I think we're discovering constantly what it is exactly we're meant to do, what is exactly that we love to do and we're passionate about. And it changes and it ebbs and it flows, but my hope is that Project Create will um, help you come even closer to discovering that. And anyway, now I'm rambling, but I get really excited when I talk about things like this. So um, I think that's all on that. And just it's cool. We've come 15 days, so there's 15 more to go. I have no idea what I'm going to create tomorrow. I wish I knew. I wish I knew I was going to write or post. I don't know yet, so I'd say take the same approach. Let every day kind of speak to you differently. If you're going through a hard day, let that be what inspires your creativity. If you're going through a great day, heartache, sadness, joy. I mean, these are all the things that make us human, and sharing that is so important. And I think that a lot of people say like, "Wow, your poems are really sad. Are you okay?" And I'm great. I'm so blessed, and I'm so I'm so blessed. I cannot complain about anything. That being said, there are things in my life that discourage me or get me down or are disappointing, and I don't want to be afraid not to share those, because you never know when I could share a piece of my heart with somebody that could connect with somebody else, and it could give them inspiration and courage to say, well, hey, if that person got through it, maybe I can. Maybe I can find the courage and hope to do that. And I know I have friends in my life that I go to whenever I'm going through a hard time, and they say, hey, buddy, I've been there, and let me tell you how I got through it. And it gives me the hope to say, oh my gosh, if they got through it, I can, And so that's another reason I think art is such a profound expression, a profound medium, is it's not just about posting things that people will say and go, oh, well, you're such a great artist. I mean, praise is wonderful, and flattery is fantastic, but art has the ability to uplift people and to challenge people, and so don't be afraid to share your heart with people through your work. I think that's what's going to change people's lives. And I always say I'm passionate about storytelling that changes people's lives and makes us look at the world in a different way. So that's the theme. 15 more days to go. 5 plus 5, 15. And I'm really excited to see what you guys post, and keep reading all your writings and seeing all your paintings and listening to the covers and everything that you guys put up there. I'm so excited to read it. And I think that's all about that. Let's see, what else is there? I think that's all. Are there any questions that you guys have, whether it's about that or not? I'm here. By the way, I'm not in Curt's corner today. I'm actually Curt's wall. The wall. So yeah, a little different place in my my residency, but here I am. So if you guys have any questions, I would love to hear them. Oh yeah. Via Rebecca Nova. She is putting. We did this last time. We did this a few months ago. We did a Q&A. If you guys have any questions about anything, just kind of like I want to always get to know people better, and I want to sort of I want to be transparent with people, and I want to break down any walls of like, well, I'm an actor in Los Angeles, and I'm distant. Like, no, I'm one of you. I'm one of you guys. I'm every day I'm just trying to find work and trying to move forward, and so I'm just exactly like you guys, and we're all on the same kind of journey together. Our journeys are different, but we're all moving forward and learning together. So if you guys have any questions, we're going to be doing another Q&A where you guys actually send in questions to her. You can hashtag Q for Curt, questions for Curt, and she's going to set it up and arrange it, and I'll answer people's individual questions over an actual live stream, so I can do it in person, which I think is really, really cool. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, do you guys have any questions now? Because I'd love to, here I am, we're hanging out. I'd love to, wait, somebody said Curt is not good at math. Okay, haha. This is very true. I'm bad at math. That was my least favorite subject. Practical math, I feel that I am decent at. I worked in a theater for many years, but I actually held the position of technical coordinator. I did set design and lighting design for about a year and a half, 2 years. And so using practical math as far as, angles and cutting wood for set pieces and things like that, I'm really quick at, but algebra and calculus and things like that, they are beyond my understanding. No, no, I didn't do 5 and 5 is 15. I did 5, 5, and then I did another 5. 5, 5, and 5 is 15. So I win. Um, have I ever been to Europe? No, I have not, and I desperately want to go. Going to Europe is quite expensive, so it's one of those trips I will be saving up for sometime in the future. So I very, very much hope to visit Europe sometime. I really, I want to go so bad to France and to Germany, and I would love to go to Italy, and there's so many places I would love to visit, but one day. Somebody else said I said 5 plus 5 equals 15, so I must correct it again and said I said 5 plus 5 and another 5 is 15. 3 times 5 is 15. I can do that math. I'm reading questions, sorry. I'm trying to read questions and see them as they come. Have I ever been to the Bay Area? No, I have not. I went to Viscit. I went to visit. It's late. It was a long weekend of shows, so I'm a little tired. I want to visit San Francisco very badly. Hopefully, I will very soon. Let's see. Any other questions? So, oh yeah, yes, I thought I'd say this. Saw the Hunger Games over the weekend. It was awesome. I really, really liked the book. Somebody asked me about it, so I'm not just spontaneously talking about this. Um, I really, really liked it. You know, I think it's so. Well, first off, you cannot compare books and movies. I've always been one of those people when you go see a movie that's based off of a book, and people are like, "Well, it wasn't exactly like the book." I'm like, "Well, of course it's not. It's a movie." And movies are visual storytelling, and books are not. They are two different mediums, and you cannot compare the two. So that's always like a big pet peeve of mine. That being said, I thought the Hunger Games movie did such a good job of uh, being a movie, but honoring the book and even small details. I mean, there's definitely things in it that you can't include every word and every thought that happens in a book in a 2.5 hour movie. But that being said, I thought the movie was so well done, and it's one of those things that, as I've ruminated and thought about it, even a few days after, I'm realizing how much more I even liked it than I thought I did, and I'm gonna go back and see it a second time. Um, but I really, really liked it. I can't wait for Catching Fire. I desperately want to audition just to say that I did. Funny story, in the theater that I was at, um, we got there, and I walked in and I looked over, and there was the director, Mr. Gary Ross, who is somebody I admire. He wrote Big, which is one of my favorite movies with Tom Hanks back in the day. Um, he wrote and directed Pleasantville. Sorry, he directed Big too. He wrote and directed Pleasantville with Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon. Anyways, he's awesome. He's a fantastic director. I'm actually a big fan of his work, and I've been reading so many interviews and reading about him because of the Hunger Games. So I saw him there, and I was like, I gotta say so. How could you can't not? I can't not be at a theater with him at a midnight premiere of the Hunger Games, one of the biggest movies ever made, and not say hi. So I went up and I said hi, and he was really, really, really nice, and so that was really cool. So that was a very special way to see the Hunger Games, to kick it off by getting to meet the director who was there. So that was really cool. So that made the movie even better for me. What character from the Hunger Games would I play if I had a choice? Well, unfortunately, I don't have a choice. But if I did, hands down would be Finnick, because I think he's the most interesting character in the book. I don't want to give too much away, because if you guys haven't read it yet, I don't want to just totally ruin it for you. But I'll just say this. There's so much more to him than meets the eye initially, and he's such an interesting character, and his arc is fantastic. And he's one of those characters that kind of blindsides you, where you think he's one thing, and he turns out to be something completely and so much better than you ever thought. And I don't know, so much heart, and there's, I don't know, I don't want to say too much. I'm gonna give it away. I'm sorry. And so yeah, that's, I mean, just as a character, he left off the page, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's one of those characters that you dream of playing, that he gets to, go through so much. There's so much transition and change. That would be very, very awesome. So